Welcome to What the Hell. Today we're going to have a little bit of conversation about Johnny's little incident. He's going to go ahead and put the 5-minute timer on.
All right, hold on.
Let me see if I can put the 5-minute timer on this.
Let me see here. Holy shit. Fuck. Hold on a minute. Did I? Oh, I'm sitting on my phone. Okay. You know what? Hold on. Here we go. I've got it.
Because I had an interesting. We both had a bad week this week.
All right.
Johnny's a little bit more than mine.
And go.
Well, you got a 5-minute timer because what I have to say is going to be ridiculous.
Oh, okay. I see.
No. Keep it going.
Okay. All right. So, all right. If you watched our sports episode earlier this week, I talked about the car accident that I had on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Upon further inspection and reflection on the events that transpired during that morning, using information that I received from both you and our coworkers and photos and utilizing Google Maps to approximate from point A to point B, when my car was hit, it flew, I would say approximately anywhere from 100 to 114 feet through the air.
Yeah.
I mean, I got hit hard. If you notice the lighting in this studio for this episode and our Psychos and Sociopaths episode that we just shot is a little bit differently. Good God, I can't even speak English, but dude, I was in Walmart today, and dude, just the sensory overload, the lights, the noise, everything, dude. I just had like a small panic attack because it was just like.
Good thing we don't go to casinos or anything.
Bro.
My dog. Every time we go to the casino, he just goes into sensory overload because he has like panic attacks and everything like that. And
yeah, I mean it's gonna be, and plus with the heat that we've got still,
yeah.
Until I guess we officially, Texas gets the memo that it's fall. I think that's the biggest reason why I only worked for 2 days after the accident. I came to work Thursday and Friday. And I think even then I worked like half a day each of those days, just because of the fact that, dude, it drains me. And I mean, it's gonna be kind of a, I don't want to say it's gonna be a long road, because I'm stubborn and I push through things. And I think while that's beneficial in some cases, I think when you're talking about a concussion and just the overall healing physically, both internally and externally, from a collision like that, it's rough, man. It really is. It really kind of. I was watching both of the NASCAR races this weekend, and they were at Bristol, Tennessee. It's a short track. It's a half-mile track, but I mean they're still getting up there 150 miles per hour plus. And some of those collisions, man, it's like these guys get out of the car and they're just walking away like it's nothing. And that is a tribute to the safety features that are in those cars. And I'm like, man, it's rough. And if I ever get a car that's small like the one that I had, again, I think I won't put racing seats with 5-point harnesses in that shit, man. Because, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I'm thankful that I'm here to complain about it. And I know I've got 1:25 left here, but...
well, it's not for you, it's for me.
Yeah, I know.
After the 5 minutes, I'm going to...
Yeah, after the 5 minutes, because, we don't want YouTube demonetizing our video, but...
or putting us in the...
or in the shadow ban, yeah. But, it's... I'm thankful. I did post pictures of my car on my Instagram account, and you put pictures of the car on our Angry Me page for Instagram and Facebook, because you do the cross posting. But
it's actually quite simple. But
Yeah, I know. But it's the. I'm blessed. And I can. All jokes aside, man. I've said several times this week that apparently I'm very hard to kill, but I don't want to say I'm invincible by any stretch of the imagination because I got incredibly lucky.
yeah,
But the fact is that I'm here. I'm healing. I'm definitely in a lot better shape than I was the day of the accident or even the day after. But yeah, so I've got 15 seconds here to burn. When you come into and then I'm going to go over it for just like 10, 15 seconds here. Yep, there we go. Okay, so if you're listening, and we do like our super fan Maria, she is an over the road driver. Think about those people that are out there on the road. Not just people that do that for a living, but just if you're commuting to work like I was that morning. Keep your heads on a swivel. I mean, on both sides of the accident. I mean, really. I mean, it could have been avoided one way or the other. I mean, I could have done something just a little bit differently that morning. The person that hit me could have done a lot different that morning. But, it's moments like that where you don't understand the true
severity of your life.
severity. I mean, not necessarily the severity, but just the gift that we have just to be able to draw a breath every morning.
Yeah.
And, my girlfriend, she put it out there that God's not done with our love story yet. I don't know where that storyline's going to end, but I don't. My relationship with her is not one that I have ever taken for granted to begin with, but it put it into a whole new perspective. And I had my two boys from my second marriage this weekend, and I tell you what, man, I'm just immensely proud of those boys because they did everything that they could to help me this weekend, and it's just. Those boys get it, man. They really do. And my oldest son, he's going to be in town this week, so I'm going to get to see him for the first time since the accident. My 23-year-old daughter, she lives in Tennessee, so she's not able to come out and visit me yet. But that's going to be a really good reunion there. But yeah, if you haven't seen pictures of the car, check out our Instagram account. And you can even check out my Instagram. It's SocksDaddy77 on Instagram. But yeah, I mean, just check out the photos of the car, and just kind of use that as a reminder going forward to make sure that you take the time to let the people that you care about the most in your life know exactly how you feel, because at any given moment we could be taken away to the next life. And you'll never have a chance to tell them, and they may never have another chance to tell you. So, it's like that old Garth Brooks song, if tomorrow never comes. Mm-hmm. Don't leave any regrets, ever. I mean, the only regrets that you should have in life are going to be, mistakes that you've made that you can't take back. So live each day like it's going to be your last, and just get the most that you can out of life, and just really reorganize and reprioritize your beliefs and your priorities, because life is precious, man. It really is. I mean, we can talk about our invulnerabilities. I mean, I should be dead based on what those pictures looked like.
Yeah.
But like I said, all joking aside, yeah, while I may be hard to kill, it's not impossible to do. So, I have gone over the 5 minutes. You, sir, have the floor.
All right, you're gonna have to take off your ears.
Okay, here we go.
All right. The only thing I want to say right now is I had seen the most horrific, evil thing in my fucking life this week, and it was a 1970 Camaro on 20-inch rims. If you fucking want to have something like that, get a horse and carriage, and you're basically doing the same fucking thing. You're basically, what you're doing is you have like, you've lifted weights. You're a muscle man, you're lifting weights, but you forgot a fucking leg day. That's what your fucking car looks like. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was the most ugliest thing I have fucking ever seen. I was like, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? It's almost as bad as dropping a freaking 2-ton dually. I've seen that too.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's stupid. You're an idiot. You're literally an idiot. And if you want to come at me, you can come at me. I don't give a fuck. But
I'm putting my ears on because, okay. All right, so guys who drop their trucks, guys who squat their trucks, guys who jack their trucks up, but they put them on low-profile tires with silver rims. I'm sorry. Those are the same kind of guys that don't take their trucks off the pavement because they're afraid of scratching up the chrome, and there's almost no travel to those low-profile
Even
tires,
worse.
which helps out the guys that drive it because they're usually getting blown by their buddies in the passenger seat while they're cruising down the main street of their town listening to Florida Georgia Line.
either that or they're just like, the boyfriend is like fiddling on the tip of his fucking dick. That's how bad.
Same principle, yeah.
Dude, even worse. Okay, I saw 20-inch rims on the back and like donut tires on the front of one car.
I have seen, like, you get those, like, 35s. I've seen a Camaro put on 35s.
It's stupid ridiculous.
It is, because you kill your turn radius.
And it absolutely
It destroys your transmission.
it seriously looks like they just want to fucking go Amish without the fucking horse.
I brought that up. What did we talked about? We talked about that with Marshall, I think it was, at work. I did. I brought that up. I think I brought that up with him. It was either him or Rocket. I can't remember which, but they were like, man, that's just the culture, man. That's just what they do. And I'm like, dude, that is stupid. And they're like, no, you're right. That is dumb.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Because, it's like, like, especially with the guys that drop their trucks and they put them on those, like, 13-inch Dayton wheels. It's like, hello, the early 90s called, and they want their gold spoke rims back.
No, what's really funny is there's this chick that my brother-in-law dated for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you could hear her parking her car because you just hear boom.
Oh, hydraulics.
Yes.
So she let it. She didn't ease it down. She just slammed it.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah. Don't get me wrong. When it's done right and they're operated properly, it still trashes the frame on those cars. It twists them all up. Because after a couple of years, those guys have to get their frame rail straightened out, and it costs way more money than it costs, for them to even do the work on the car to begin with. But I'm all for expression. I get it. Express yourself. Do what you need to do. Do you, boo boo.
Yeah, just don't drive it around town.
Make it a show car.
Yeah, if it's a show car,
Put that shit on a trailer.
yeah, if it's a show car, it's a show car. But do not drive that car around. Someone's going to pull you over and take whatever card, your driver's license, your Human Society
There used to be a
card.
guy that drove around here in town. He had a Crown Vic, like those big old Crown Vics, like
Oh,
you see,
yeah,
like
he
the
has
police.
like 50-inch rims or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
it's like he put a
He
lift
still
on
has
it, but he used to have neon lights underneath it,
Oh,
and he
okay.
had his stereo hooked up to external speakers that were tucked underneath the frame.
No, that's a show car.
Yeah, but he's driving it. He's physically driving it. That was his daily driver, and it was funny. It was funny because it was raining, and or it had just got done raining, and this guy's out, driving around, and he hit a puddle. All that water splashed up underneath his car, hit those neon lights, and because those neon lights get really hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
The glass shattered on him, and every light under his car went out.
Oh.
The dude got out. He stepped down from his car into a puddle, He had brand new Jordans on or something. I don't know. They were expensive ass shoes, right? Because they did not have creases on them. They weren't even tied, right? And he completely submerged the shoes.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, well, okay, all right, okay. I want to say I'm picking up what he's. Hold on. All right, let's get past this ad here. Oh, a hipster. All right. I've no more fucks to give. Okay.
I don't think you could actually. You need to stop so we don't get demonetized.
Yeah, I'll listen to it later. This is Guy. He's on a mandolin. It's not an ukulele. It's a mandolin. It's a mandolin, but it looks like a banjo. But the guy is straight up looks like a hipster because he's wearing like turn of the century 1890s 1900 clothing.
Is that hipster things?
I think that's a hipster thing, man. But I mean, the dude's on it, man. Okay, all right. And this is the happiest sounding song about losing all hope that I've ever heard. I love it. that's the top comment right there. But
no, I think okay.
The song in a nutshell. I'm sick of
Okay,
everything, but my
you're-
optimistic personality is unrelenting.
You're totally right. That is.
I mean, all right, cool. But
But that was my little rant. That is just fucking ridiculous.
well,
how-
see, you had told me to take my ears off, and I'm thinking, all right, he's gonna go full bore into this microphone, and I'm like, all right, okay, all right, let's get pitter patter, let's get after. We're gonna work on your rants
Yeah.
because I mean,
I think I should have took mine off so I can rant a little bit better.
no, because then you would have been like all up on the microphone like this, and like, and I'd been like, hey, dude, back up, you're gonna make me come, but.
That's what I was going for. Oh yeah, we're about to hit rock bottom on this bitch.
Oh man,
The bass is going low. Oh
yeah, my voice goes way deeper than yours, though. Don't play.
I'll play if I want to, boy.
Okay, now you're just creeping me out. But I mean, when I picture a rant in my head, even if it's just an audio rant, the listener needs to visualize that knife hand cocked over that 35-degree angle.
Yeah, because it's one of those things when I do it, like, if you hear it in real life, you hear it in real life, but I don't know, when I get a mic in my in front of my mouth and everything like that, I'm totally calm. And
Now I know that we're shooting a what the hell, but what is the topic of this episode? We never did go over that.
fucked up cars. I don't give a shit.
Fucked off cars. Okay, all right.
Well, you know what? I've been, I'm a car guy, so every once in a while I'll look at weird cars and everything like that.
Yeah.
They have one that looks, all it is like a triangle.
Huh. Oh, what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about it, I had to do double take. It was a couple of weeks ago. We were heading. I was heading out to a job in Vernon to do a pull deck, and on the way to Vernon, coming back the other way on 287, or was it 281?
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy hauling a red DeLorean on a flatbed.
Actually, they have, it's quite possible, but the DeLorean is actually coming about again.
Yeah. Steve Wynn, the guy that owns Wynn Casinos, he bought DeLorean Motor Company, including its entire catalog of spare parts.
Yeah.
And the DeLorean World Headquarters is down in Houston.
Isn't it in Houston? I thought it was in Nevada.
No, it's in
Vegas.
Houston. It's in Houston because I did
DLM.
I did some research on it.
Okay. Oh, Okay, DeLorean Motor Company. Yep. It's DeLorean DMC. Okay, that's where I got it mixed up. Clean and timeless design.
Yeah, it's based in
steel.
Humboldt, so I mean it's just north of Houston, but I mean it's considered basically Houston, the greater Houston area. But
I didn't know the chassis was like that.
yeah, yeah. But the only thing that they're not doing is they're not building the DeLoreans from Back to the Future. They're not building the time machines.
Well, you get the car, then you can.
Yeah. I mean the guys these super fans of that movie.
Have you seen the chassis for this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called an X frame or a crossover frame.
I've never seen something like that.
A lot of the newer cars are starting to use that because they are I mean, dude, they're just sturdy. They're solid.
Well, it's like a I-beam.
Well, okay, so whenever the Camaro first came back out, I think it was like 2010.
I do not like Camaros.
Anyways, like I was saying, the
Anyway,
Camaros back in 2010, when they were being tested down in Australia, they were using was the X frame, and it's just because it was a more stable platform, as opposed to just your standard rail system that frames you associate with a lot of the older muscle cars.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, no, dude, it's
Ooh, dude. Okay, I would buy that for $100,000. Dude, I really want to make that into a new time machine one. That looks fucking sick. That's the 2021.
that's cool. Now, why is this microphone shocking me?
I don't know. Mine does that too. But I'm going to have to put the photo of that right there because it looks fucking sick. It really does. And then some idiot would put fucking 20-inch rims on a goddamn fucking thing. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, for those who want to know, it's 15023 Eddy Drive in Humboldt, Texas, 77396. And toll free, you can call them at 800-872-3621.
People that use like 20-inch rims on like a muscle car probably didn't get to suck on their mother's tit for that long. I swear to God.
Now, there are certain
Or
things-
someone in their lives bad touched them to where they had to, try to make themselves feel better.
There are certain things in this world that should require that you automatically have your credit score lowered and/or give up your United States citizenship. And that includes putting 20-plus inch rims on a sports car, muscle car, sedan, coupe, squatting trucks, dropping trucks.
Basically, what he's saying is, as soon as you get to those pearly gates, St. Peter sees you, he's probably just going to stamp it and saying, okay, we're going to put you in this special kind of hell where it's tax evaders and people that talk during movie theaters. That's where you're going, straight, fast. Dude, that just looks sick.
That and people who put ketchup on their eggs.
Oh, that's sick. I don't know why people do that. I put gravy on my eggs.
I mean, that's one thing. That's
But
one
that's
thing.
a SOS.
But I'm like, okay, don't, and why, there we go. I was like, why can't I hear myself? But, like, my brain, my poor brain is just sitting here trying to go, where are we going with this? I need a direction.
Well, we're talking about cars.
But let me see here. If we were going to buy a pre-owned, there's a pre-owned
What, the older DeLoreans?
1981 DeLorean. There's an 82 for sale on their website. Let me see here. View the details. I'm going to look at the 82. The 82.
I don't know why, but it wanted to do like, wow, it's only like 30,000.
Okay, so 1982. It's got 9,750 miles on it. It is a stock, so
Oh, there's your red one.
yeah.
Yeah. See.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's got less than 10,000 miles on it. It's an automatic transmission, gray interior, stainless steel exterior. It's got the stock engine package. However, stages 1 through 3 are available for upgrade. Other options are available. Let's take a look at those. Performance air intake,
Okay, this is getting
6744.
ridiculous on this one.
Oh, no. K&N air filter with cleaning kit, $54.95. Stage 1, you know what, let's just go stage 3 performance engine. It's a 237 horsepower supercharged engine, $13,299 for the stage 3 engine. You know, if you're going to buy a DeLorean, get a DeLorean, right? Audio upgrades installed for $1,700. You can get a Sony AM/FM MP3 CD Bluetooth Kenwood speakers. You can get Sirius satellite radio tuners and antennas installed for $337.50. Keyless remote entry includes a digital lock module for $370.
See, if I was going to get like a Camaro SS,
Yeah.
I'd probably get the 1967 one.
Yeah.
It looks just beast mode. It was the one from, of course, this is heavily modified, but it's the Bumblebee of Age of Extinction.
Yeah.
They went with the older model.
Yeah.
But I like the. I'd probably beef it up just like it is right there.
But let's see here. You can add LED bulbs to the doors, courtesy lights, front side markers, rear tail lights. Get two-tone seats, which is black and gray leather. And that is my kid. Hold on. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're wrapping up this last episode here real quick. We did Psychos and Sociopaths, and we're doing our What the Hell right now. So we're almost done. It's gone off the rails, and we're gonna try to wrangle it back in so we can wrap it up. All right, bud. I'll call you back here in just a few minutes. All right, love you.
See, wanted a lot of the styles from like the 60s and 70s go with the whole. Even Dodge did it. It looked like one of those old electric razors.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that,
Yeah.
But they ended up, almost every vehicle went with that design from back in the day.
Okay, so you were talking about changing the size of your wheels on a car. The DeLorean has an option for 17-inch front wheels and 18-inch rear billet wheel sets for $3,250. But I think that if you beef up the wheels on a DeLorean and you stagger it like that to where it kind of sits down in the front, even if it's just an inch, I think that would actually kind of be like mean, dude. I think it would look kind of cool.
Well, okay. The difference in doing it that way.
Because I mean that's coming from a factory.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a reason why you'd actually do that.
Yeah.
It's for racing. You have bigger, larger grip on your back tires. The tires that are like something like that. It was rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So you have the tires a little bit beefier on the back side
Yeah.
than on the front. Look at a funny car.
Yeah.
That's the whole ideal for that.
I mean, they've even got enhanced suspension on here. It says lowering springs and shocks. I mean,
What the hell, the new Lamborghinis, they have like automatic suspension.
yeah, I
where
mean, but
it's-
that's speed-sensitive suspension. It lowers the car the faster you go.
Well, not even that. It also raises it up when you go over bumps.
Yeah. It's even got an option. It's a $730 option to put a 140-mile-an-hour speedometer in the car.
I just want one that says 88.
I mean, you would need. I mean, it's going to hit that, but
Could you imagine getting pulled over by a cop and there it is like, why are you going 88 miles an hour? This is a DeLorean.
right? It's
Think
like,
about it.
I've had a really shitty week, officer. I'm trying to go back and fix it. The cop would have to. I mean, especially because you have to raise the door. Because I mean, it's just got that little drop window. So I mean, it's not like I mean, he's gonna be like. Now, if you did it right, and you know you were able to put like the louvers on the back, right, like the Time Machine did, and you've got a Mr. Fusion sitting back there. If he walks up and he sees the whole kit and caboodle like outfitted, you've got the time circuits, you got a flux capacitor behind you. he's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to write you a warning, but you're going to have to let me sit in this car.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, you know what? All right, yeah, we can do that. You know.
How many photos do you want?
It's like, you want me to take pictures of you, or do you want to take selfies? What's going on? But you know,
Well, it's like when
I mean,
that charity Batman with the Lamborghini got pulled over.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
had all the stuff in the side of the car and everything, and they took
Yeah.
a look at it. They didn't. I mean,
there was a guy. There's a guy. He dresses up like Batman, and he's got like a website. And
it's depending on which one, because there's one
I
guy
know there's a
that's
couple
in,
of them. There's a guy that he uses
I
the
think it's
Christian
like
Bale costume.
Maine. I think it's like Maine or something like that, and he does charity work like that. There's also one in Australia. He
Yeah.
actually has the 1989 Batmobile that he built himself and everything.
Oh God, please tell me he doesn't wear the actual rubber suit.
I think so.
Oh God, in Australia? What the hell?
But I'm not. I think he only wears it a couple of times, but he uses it for. I think he spent like $2 million on that car. But
I mean, if you get yourself a Lamborghini Huracan and you outfitted it with all the bells and whistles, I mean, but there's a guy, he dresses up, he's got the Christian Bale outfit, and he drives hours out of his way to grant last wishes for kids that are dying of cancer or, you know, other terminal diseases. And I mean, stuff like that's really heartwarming, you know, and I think that is ultimately the truest calling of of the superhero genre.
well, there's people out there that there's a lot of they do a lot of charity work like that. There's a group of people that dress up as superheroes and goes to a kid's funeral.
Yeah, I remember one year New England was playing Seattle in the Super Bowl, and Chris Evans and Chris Pratt. Chris Evans is obviously from New England, so he's a Patriots fan, and Chris Pratt is a Seahawks fan because he grew up in the Pacific Northwest, on the West Coast, that kind of area, right? They had a bet that if the Patriots won the Super Bowl, that they would get their Marvel costumes and they would go visit a hospital in New England. And if the Seahawks had won, they would have flown across the country and gone to a children's hospital in Seattle. So ultimately, the Patriots won, and they both. I mean, Chris Pratt made good on his bet. Well, because the bet was, if Chris Pratt would have to dress up if the Patriots won, Chris Evans would have to dress up if the Seahawks won. Well, they both dressed up, and they went to the hospital. And I mean, the look on these kids' faces was just absolutely priceless. I mean, especially when Star-Lord walks into the hospital, and he's visiting all these terminally ill kids.
Chris, in hindsight, I know this is kind of like their costumes isn't like the costumes for
No, I mean
DC.
these are like hundreds.
No. I mean it's actually just you just have to put it on.
Yeah.
And the DC Universe's costumes, my God. I mean when Ben Affleck talked to Christian Bale when they were at a Halloween shop.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck was like, "Hey, you got any tips or anything for me for playing Batman?" "Yeah, make sure they have this little slot to where you can piss."
Yeah. Otherwise, he's going to have a hard time. Yeah, Ben Affleck when he filmed his Batman, because Ryan Reynolds stole his Deadpool costume, and I think Fox ultimately gave it to him.
It was like $100,000 costume for the Batman costume.
Yeah, and Ben Affleck was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." Because I mean, his kids were like, because he wanted to take the costume, buy the costume, keep it, because he wanted to wear it trick or treating with his kids. And they were like, "Yeah, it's $100,000." He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm good."
He bought freaking Jennifer Lopez a freaking Bentley.
Yeah, right. Like you're gonna.
I would have.
I totally, and that the costume would have been accurate. One, because it was screen. Two, it's movie used. Three, it's molded for your physique. You just got to quit being a fat ass and stay your ass in the gym. but
He doesn't.
he doesn't, like, at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude just straight up. That's fucking funny. Oh, damn.
Which one was this? Oh, okay. I'm looking at the memes because it keeps on popping up and gives me a thing. It's like, oh, this person liked your meme. This person liked your meme. And it's, if you die and get cremated, you can be put into a hourglass and still be included into family game night.
I saw that. I was like,
That's actually the most reasonable one for the cremation one. There's one there where the wife cremated her husband and put the small amount of cremation into a vibrator. So
my 12-year-old just sent me a joke. I don't know whether to be proud or just kind of be like, bruh. Why can't orphans be gay?
okay,
Because they don't have anyone to call daddy.
okay, that. Wow, dude.
Yeah. That's my kid, dude. That's my offspring. That is my spawn right there. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dear Lord.
That's.
I think we need to stop with that right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening on this one. I'm David Dickerman.
Johnny Skelton.
Thank you for watching. Everybody, make sure you have a good car and you don't ruin it.